If you're still feeling overwhelmed by the current state of your reality and finding it difficult to know where to go next or what to do next, it's likely because you have not given yourself enough time or space to step into that new reality. Like, you need to let some shit go. Like, a lot of times when we're wanting to move forward in our lives, we try to do so as the version of ourselves that we have been, holding on to fears, habits, mindsets, material things, relationships that cannot come with us into the new. I have a lot of analogies for this kind of thing, but I'm going to use like redecorating your house, for example. Say you want to redecorate your house. You want a new couch, a new coffee table, a new TV, a new area rug, decor, all of it. But you have never gotten rid of all the prior versions of that. So you have your couch from your childhood home, your couch from your first apartment, your fucking futon from that time you were crashing at your friend's house while you were in between places. You have your TVs from forever. You have basically everything you've ever accumulated. Imagine it was literally all in the material state and you've never gotten rid of anything. And you're sitting there frustrated, like, why can't I hold more? Why can't I fit a new couch in here? Frustrated with the quality of your TV. Like, you want a new TV and you're like, this really sucks. I wish I could have the new, better version of this, but you've yet to make room for it. A lot of times when we have to make space and when we haven't taken the time to do so, the universe, spirit, God is going to conspire to put us in a position where we have like no choice, right? So that's going to feel like being really uncomfortable, being overwhelmed, feeling like you couldn't possibly handle anymore. You're not supposed to handle more. You're supposed to make space. You have to make space to shift. Now, in more of like a quantum perspective of this, that is how you shift realities, how you step into a new identity, how you move into more, into the version of you that can be more, hold more, do more. You have to make space in your time, in your energy, in your mind, and in your physical reality too. You cannot just keep accumulating things and expect that not to become too heavy to carry at some point. Let that shit go. This is the theme of the day. I wrote my newsletter on it today. I still have a post to post about it. And it's just been ringing in my head so much. And it's not even just like, sometimes we have let a lot go, but we're still holding on to our identity. We still are thinking, I have to be this. This is what I subscribe to. This is what I marketed. This is who I am. This is what got me here. This is what I'm good at. And we limit ourselves to what we can experience and who we could potentially become, including the highest and best version of ourselves, because we have attached to something permanently that was only meant to be temporary, including our identity. Like, what would you look like walking around as an adult still saying goo goo gaga, drinking out of fucking baby bottles or some shit because you refuse to stop identifying with yourself as a newborn or as a teenager? Like, you see this all the time. You see it in people who are attached to who they used to be, who are almost in a state of arrested development because they have not taken the time to create space and awareness around themselves and what is no longer serving them. So if this resonates with you, if you're feeling like you're ready for a shift, you know that there's something right around the corner for you, but you're having a difficult time like understanding why you're not seeing in your physical reality the changes that you can feel in your gut, in your consciousness, it's because there's still things in the way. And it's you. It's you and your refusal to surrender. Surrender to the unlimited possibility of the unknown. Surrender to having less. And I get this message all the time too from like angel numbers and things. Like when I look certain ones up, it'll say like make room for the new and better, right? And it'll be in like quotations. And I find that funny because a lot of times too, this is kind of a sidebar, but a lot of times too, like what's better for us, what is new to us isn't actually new. Like for example, when I moved into my current home, I was getting those messages like surrender so that you can move into new and better, and it was in quotes. And the home I was living in at the time was built in the 70s, and now the one that I live in now was built in like the 1910s, so it's like over 100 years old. But it's better. It's much better. It's way cooler. The location, everything about it is better, right? But I think we like a fear that I notice has come up for me, and that comes up often in times of like shifting, right before a big shift, especially when we are faced with that choice of, are you going to keep holding on to the past, or are you going to let go and surrender into what could be, even if you don't know what that looks like, even if it could potentially be worse. The fear that comes up is that it could potentially be worse, that you're letting go of what has been a good thing, what has served you well, and potentially opening up to something that could totally fuck you over, that could totally disappoint you. But I promise that's not going to be the case. I promise if you are willing to take that step and just release what no longer serves you, what you no longer identify with, or what the version of you that you were wanting desperately to actually embody no longer identifies with, you will be met with better. You will be met with new. Just like a cat hair or something on my face. But yeah, I've been getting this message, and I wanted to come up here and just say that because I can feel like obviously there's been a huge shift. Like that new moon we had on Friday was no fucking joke, and the whole weekend, like I had to take the whole weekend off of like posting on social media because like literally like shit just changed overnight. I'm not even joking. For the better though. For the better. I have no complaints. Everything is fucking great. My phone's fixed, by the way. If you watch my other posts, my phone is fixed, and I have a screen protector on it now, so that's cool. But yeah, this new timeline that we have entered, all have entered now collectively, requires you to let go of your past, the past version of yourself, even what you thought you would be as the highest version of yourself, because sometimes we have that wrong too. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to sit down and you need to take inventory of your life. In every area, you need to take inventory of your life, and you really need to decide what's important to you and what you think is actually worth it. Just period. What's worth it? Like, is holding on to something that no longer resonates with who you are, who you want to become, worth not living your best life? Is it worth it? You need to sit with yourself and figure out what's worth it. And then move from there. Let that shit go. And good luck.